know a bunch of people died, but we did have a lot of fun.
Elsbeth returns October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Watch 19 News and weather on YouTube. Just search and subscribe. WZMQ 19 News is always available for streaming 24/7, and it's free.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Vice President Harris is the latest major political figure to campaign in Michigan. We head to Detroit to see how her visit went. Plus, we check out this year's annual Mackinac Bridge Walk. There were a record amount of people this time around, with officials estimating around 30,000. And the Dickinson County Fair is also setting records. Hear how many people were in attendance this year. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Hello, UP. What a great looking Labor Day had. Lots of sunshine out there, nice comfortable temperatures, low dew points. Hopefully you were able to get out and enjoy the nice weather as you plan your nighttime here. Things are looking nice and tranquil once again. Nothing but nice clear skies overall, and temperatures not quite as cool as what we had from last night. A lot of 40s last night. Tonight, a lot more 50s here. Though can't rule out a few upper 40s. 48 the low expected there in Iron River, Ironwood at 51. Houghton, a little warmer at 57. Newberry, Sault Ste. Marie, lows will be dropping into the lower 50s. And tomorrow, let's tack on another good day. Lots of sunshine once again. Could be some areas of fog away from the lakeshore. Watch for that. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine, high temperatures getting into the lower to mid 70s by later on in the afternoon. How's the rest of the forecast looking?
Thanks, Tom. And 2 people are safe after their boat capsized near a Marquette Lighthouse on Sunday night. The Coast Guard dispatched a 45-foot response boat and were able to quickly rescue both as they clung to their overturned vessel. They were wearing their life jackets that were able to keep them afloat until help arrived. And pressure is mounting on Israel to secure a ceasefire deal with Hamas following the recovery of 6 hostages killed in Gaza. Nicole Skanga reports from Washington.
After the discovery of 6 hostages killed in Gaza, Israelis are taking to the streets demanding the government do more to free others held captive by Hamas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu made his first public address after Israeli forces found the bodies in a tunnel.
These murderers executed 6 of our hostages. They shot them in the back of the head. We're asked to make concessions? What message does this send Hamas? It says, kill more hostages.
On Monday, thousands attended the funeral of one of the hostages, Israeli-American Hirsch Goldberg Polin.
Hirsch, we failed you. We all failed you.
Goldberg Polin was one of more than 200 people taken hostage by Hamas during the October 7th terror attack on southern Israel that left about 1,200 dead.
For 23 years, I was privileged to have the most stunning honor to be Hirsch's mama. I'll take it and say thank you. I just wish it had been for longer.
As the war takes a devastating toll on Gaza, President Biden and Vice President Harris met with advisors in the Situation Room.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
In a White House statement, the president expressed his, quote, devastation and outrage at the murder and reaffirmed the importance of holding Hamas's leaders accountable.
Based on the framework of a multi-phase deal Israel and Hamas agreed to in July, 3 of the 6 hostages who were killed would have been released as part of the first phase of an eventual ceasefire agreement. And Vice President Harris was in Michigan today, continuing her campaign, speaking to voters and hoping to gain traction in what's considered one of the most important states to win in the upcoming election. Autumn Pitcher reports on her visit to Detroit.
An energetic crowd at Northwestern High School backing the vice president for president. Her message of the day, union strong, pledging her support for union workers, saying she's going to build up the middle class because that's where she came from. A line wrapped around Northwestern High School, all supporters of Vice President Harris for president.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Inside, that enthusiasm didn't die out. A warm welcome from Detroit.
Oh, it's good to be in the House of Labor.
Harris using this Labor Day to focus on building a strong union.
What we know is when union wages go up, everybody's wages go up. When union workplaces are safer, every workplace is safer. When unions are strong, America is strong.
She was joined by several Democratic leaders, including Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Let's show up and let's make sure Michigan votes for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Meanwhile, Harris's opponent, former President Trump, is also trying to reel in critical union worker votes, promising at a rally in Michigan last week to restore the American auto workers industry.
We're going to bring in factories at levels that you've never seen before. We're going to get the auto workers' jobs back like it was 30 years ago and 40 years ago before everybody left. We're going to get it back.
But some union workers like Jennifer Desiderio from Plymouth, Michigan, believe it's all talk and no walk.
He flip-flops on a lot of things. Why would he really do anything meaningful for unions and for unionized workers when that actually hurts many of his business partners?
Harris is the only candidate so far who has secured endorsements from the United Auto Workers Union and other labor unions who stood right by her side.
Everywhere I go,
A new record for attendance was set today as 30,000 people made their way across the Mackinac Bridge. Megan Heiskins takes us to Mackinac City to show us the scenes.
We're at the south side of the Mackinac Bridge at the Labor Day Bridge Walk. We've been able to talk to runners and walkers and even Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist.
Everybody's joyful to celebrate it. You'll see the sunrise in a way that you've never seen a sunrise before. You know, seeing two great lakes come together, just an amazing scene of natural beauty.
The tradition started back in 1959, and only 68 people walked across the bridge. Now there are over 20,000 people from all over the country who make their way across the mighty Mac.
There's nothing else like it. This is the third year we've done it together, and I think we'll continue to do it for a long time. It's wonderful.
As the tradition continues for the state of Michigan, people also create their own. Terry Moore has been participating in the bridge walk since he was 3 years old, making this his 61st walk.
Oh, you got to come up and do it. You got to put it on your bucket list. It should be on everybody's bucket list to at least do it once.
As Terry continues his traditions, others are just starting. What are you looking forward to on the bridge?
I'm very happy because I'm looking forward because I think that I'll make it across.
While the celebration of Labor Day continues, it is important to know the history of who made the bridge happen.
The strength of our labor unions is the point of pride for the state of Michigan, for our economy, and for our country. They represent the best of this country. Hardworking people, teamwork, tenacity, these are the kind of things that we want everybody to embody.
Steel workers, pipe fitters, teachers, and nurses were just some of the dozens of local unions represented in Negaunee Labor Day parade today. Downtown was filled with people in brightly colored t-shirts that identified their union. They tossed candy to the kids en route to Jackson Mine Park, where the unions hosted a festival complete with a beer tent and guest speakers. The message was all about unity and how the tattoo sustained the recent growth in labor unions. Brian Kerrigan from Michigan's Regional Council of Carpenters is proud of what organized labor has accomplished.
Labor is on a comeback. Unionization in Michigan and across the country is growing. People are understanding the value of the unions and what it can do for our communities, our state, and our country.
The 35th Annual Labor Day Parade was sponsored by the Marquette-Alger Labor Council and the UP Regional Labor Federation. The Dickinson County Fair wrapped up today after a successful Labor Day weekend themselves. The Fair Board president reports that attendance and revenues are at record-breaking levels this year, hitting that status as of yesterday. And today was Senior Day, and the parking lot was still packed with visitors enjoying the festivities. The Fair Board wants to thank everyone who came out and helped make this year such a success. They're already looking forward to next year, saying they've put in an order for great weather. All right, good luck to them. And still to come on your 19 News, it's the second day of a major hotel strike that's taking place across the country. Hear what the workers are hoping to see change. And scammers are deploying new tactics that are proving to be effective so far. We'll tell you about the new technique people are calling pig butchering. We're back in 2 minutes.
I'm Sophia Murphy at the Capitol in Lansing, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Oliver Wendell Douglas, man of few words.
Of all the
things to do.
What do you want me to do?
Well, just say, oh, for the love of. Watch Green Acres.
Oh, for the love of. Oh, for the love of.
Oh, for the love of me TV.
Oh, for the love of.
Green Acres, weeknights at 9:30 p.m. on WZMQ Me TV.
Buckles Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to buy get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, I
had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hire many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. It's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
Watch 19 News and Weather on YouTube. Just search and subscribe. WZMQ 19 News is always available for streaming 24/7, and it's free. Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
We had a gorgeous Labor Day, as you mentioned earlier, and the night, it's going to be nice and calm, cool. Watch for some areas of fog that'll form, most likely away from the lakeshore areas there. And we're just going to continue with this great weather as we head on into the middle of the week, Tuesday into Wednesday, looking pretty nice. And then by the end of the week, all good things come to an end, and that's how it's going to happen here. Some rain will be coming in for the end of the week, and some much cooler temperatures as well. Not so much Thursday, but definitely by Friday. You're definitely going to feel the fall. Let's head to the tropics here. We have a lot of activity going on. In fact, we have 3 waves that we're looking at in the Caribbean and 1 here in the Atlantic. Now, we have 1 wave here near Texas. That one probably won't amount to much here. Another wave that moved just across the Lesser Antilles. That's going to move west. Now, last week, this looked like it had some potential to build up, but so far, not to be. In fact, it doesn't look like it'll turn into a tropical cyclone. Less than 50-50 chance by the end of the week. Another wave coming off of Africa. I think you're going to see these series of waves come up as we're heading through September, which of course is one of the more peak seasons for hurricane development. But back here at the Upper Peninsula, Futurecast looking good for the balance of the night. Lots of clear skies and just some high clouds here and there. That'll lead to some beautiful weather for tomorrow. High pressure that's causing this is going to move a little farther toward the east. That allows for the sunshine to come in along with some of those warmer temperatures. Another tranquil one for Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Let's get another one in there. You can see Wednesday, a lot of sunshine in store. Weather looking in very good shape. As for the winds, for tonight, again, nice and calm, causing that fog. And then tomorrow, definite south to southwest flow. And it picks up, as you can see, by later in the day, a pretty solid 10 to 20, and that will help boost our high temperatures. And we'll stay out of the south to southwest for Tuesday night, and that trend will continue into Wednesday. So the lows for tonight, not as cool as last night, mainly lower to mid-50s, a few smatterings of 40s here and there. And tomorrow, temperatures will be warming up with well into the 70s. Some spots might even hit that 80-degree mark, and nothing wrong with that. Here's the rest of the 7-day forecast. Keeping it nice here. Tuesday into Wednesday, high temperatures are getting close to 80 degrees with a decent amount of sunshine as well. Next weather system comes in. Things start to change on Thursday. Get close to 70. Good chance we'll see some showers. It'll be more scattered lake effect type showers for Friday and Saturday. Noticeably cooler. Look at that. Temperatures knocking down the 50s. Sunday also a chance of showers as well.
Thank you, Tom. And this Labor Day marked the second day of a labor strike here in the U.S., and today it got even bigger. More than 10,000 hotel workers were on the picket line demanding higher wages and the return of jobs cut during the pandemic. Christiane Benavides has the latest.
The nationwide hotel strike grew Monday as housekeepers and hospitality workers from one of Hilton's hotels in Baltimore joined the picket lines.
The company is profitable, so we're fighting for equitable, money across the board because we're the ones that put in the sweat.
The escalating protests were also felt in San Francisco, where hundreds of workers and supporters marched through the streets. The strike that began Sunday now impacts more than 24 hotels in 9 major U.S. cities, from Honolulu to Boston. It follows months of failed talks between the Unite Here union and major chains like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt.
So the strike right now is about better living wages for hotel workers, a better health insurance, a better pension.
Striking hotel workers also want hotel staffing to return to pre-pandemic levels.
Fewer people are trying to do the same work that more people used to do before the pandemic. And so that makes work harder on everyone.
The strikes are expected to last until Tuesday, and while hotels remain open, services may be limited or modified, and some customers are not pleased.
Running our entire morning and having to listen to this all morning, I'm not the person in charge of their wages. I don't know why they want to punish me.
5,000 more union workers are already authorized to strike, and contracts for more than 40,000 hospitality workers could expire in more than 20 cities this year, meaning if a deal isn't reached, more walkouts could be coming.
In statements to CBS News, representatives from Hyatt and Hilton said they look forward to continuing negotiations with union workers. Marriott did not respond to a request for comment. The Federal Trade Commission says Americans lost $10 billion in scams and fraud last year. Those scams are becoming more personal and sophisticated. Christine Lazar spoke to one man who thought he was making money, but instead lost tens of thousands of dollars.
At that point, all I'm seeing is all this money.
Robert Totten thought he had found a pathway to retirement through trading cryptocurrency. A woman texted his cell phone out of the blue last spring and convinced him to give it a shot. He downloaded what he thought was a legitimate trading app.
I just kept listening and watching, and I was doing everything she told me, and the next thing I know, we've turned $9,000 into $102,000.
At this point, you're probably thinking, we know where this is going. And you're right. Totten was scammed out of $85,000.
It's sickening. It's destroyed my life as far as finances and my retirement.
The scam is called pig butchering, where criminals fatten up a victim by making them think they're richer and richer, so they can extract as much money as possible.
It's a very sophisticated process.
Kevin Goschalk is the CEO of Arcos Labs and a cybersecurity expert. He says scam groups create sophisticated manuals to trick people.
They have these books and guides that are really designed by different victim types. If you're single, if you're a mother, if you're black, if you're white, where you live.
She consistently tried to get me to invest more.
Toddin received a lot of photos from his scammer. She even sent a driver's license when he grew skeptical. The address said she was in San Marino, California. But when we went to the door, the homeowner told us,
"You don't know who this woman is."
No.
He had no idea who was in the photo. And the DMV confirmed the license is a fake. And that crypto app Toddin downloaded, it also turned out to be a fake and was gone from the App Store as soon as he realized he had been scammed.
You know, a lot of people say it won't happen to me.
That's what I said.
Coming up next on your 19 News at 11, Texas Roadhouse is helping raise money for a Marquette restaurant that was forced to close after a fire last year. We'll show you how when we come back.
"19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
There are a lot of things out there going viral. But this fall and winter, you can help keep your immune system from going viral and help protect it from the flu virus and the COVID-19 virus by getting your vaccinations. You can get both vaccines at the same time. The world has enough going viral these days. Talk to your healthcare provider.
Your skin is ever changing. Take care of it with Gold Bond's healing formulations of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins. For all your skins, Gold Bond.
It'll be raining cats and dogs again. Time to waterproof with Gorilla.
Waterproof with Gorilla?
Yeah!
Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal.
Of course.
Spray it, tape it, spread it, brush it to stop and prevent leaks. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Pictionary.
I can't wait for this. Where's my popcorn?
Play along from home. Iguana? Iguana is correct. With a chance to win.
You just did a cartwheel and you're like 7'6".
Every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS.
You're watching home to CBS Mornings, WZMQ 19.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
This back-to-school season, schools are facing budget cuts when it comes to mental health and safety funds. Throughout the pandemic, the legislature built up $400 million for student mental health. The Department of Education used it to hire over 1,000 new support staff members statewide. But this school year, the per-pupil mental health and school safety grants will only see $26 million statewide, a decision that the Michigan School Board is still hoping the legislature will reverse.
So we believe that 1,000-person helping professional increase is secure. What we had hoped to do, and what is jeopardized by the cut, is continue to expand helping professionals.
We have the full conversation with the state superintendent on our website, WZMQ19.com, and our mobile news app. Today, an NCAA Division I golf tournament wrapped up at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris. 78 students from across the U.S. competed in the Island Resort Intercollegiate at Sage Run Golf Club. 12 colleges were represented, like the University of Michigan, Purdue University, and host team South Dakota State. Organizers say the event is an opportunity for many of the athletes to experience the UP for the first time, and the island always provides a warm welcome.
Get people coming back and say, hey, we really played a unique course up there. It was different. It was fun. I want them to leave with a positive image of the UP because the UP is nice. We have good weather. It's just a fun place to be, and we have nice people up here.
Purdue would end up taking the tournament victory. Texas Roadhouse is helping a popular Marquette restaurant get back on its feet. WZMQ reporter Samuel McKnight tells us why the two restaurants are working together.
Earlier this evening at Texas Roadhouse in Marquette, the guests got to enjoy more than just their meal.
Everybody that comes out to eat tonight, we're going to take 10% of their bill and cut that in the check for Jeffrey and his team.
Texas Roadhouse helped dine and donate to help raise funds for Jeffrey's family restaurant, which has been closed since last October due to a fire. For the last few months, Jeffrey has been working with Texas Roadhouse to help them get up and running, while his own restaurant is undergoing repairs.
There's been a ton of money expended on a daily basis just to get all the little things that we need.
We decided that we wanted to help him. He's been with us and helping us build and open up, so we wanted to give back to him.
Though Texas Roadhouse was helping give back, the restaurant's managing partner Fritz says it was the customers and the community that made the fundraiser and the reopening possible.
We're doing this for Jeffrey, we're putting on this fundraiser, but all we do is provide a platform, and it's been really great to see the community come out and do what they do and take care of the local businesses and the business owners.
Glaviano says community support like this is what living and working in the UP is all about.
It's wonderful. We were all really surprised by it. It's really neighborly, and it's what the UP is really about. Just sticking together and helping each other. Doesn't matter if you're, competition or not. We're all Upers up here.
Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Jeffrey says if all goes well, they plan to be open for business again sometime in the next 2 weeks. It's the first rule of any museum: look, but don't touch. A 4-year-old boy tried that, but his curiosity got the best of him, and he accidentally smashed a rare ancient artifact. Curators at the museum in Israel have had a surprising reaction. They've invited him back for another visit. Tina Krause has the story.
Anna Geller has a good grip on her 4-year-old son's hand as they return to the same museum in Israel they visited just days ago. Ariel looks curious but careful. After all, last time didn't go so well.
It's my fault. I should have given him a hand, but it was just a destruction of a second.
That second led to the destruction of a 3,500-year-old jar from the Bronze Age, one of the only containers of its size discovered completely intact.
And the next thing I know, it's a very big boom.
Ever since that boom, restoration expert Roee Shafir has been trying to piece the treasure back together while keeping a surprising sense of humor.
The child wasn't supposed to be in the excavation and touch the vessels, but they touch and they break it. I can cure it, it's okay.
The museum's director calls it a teachable moment.
I wanted to make some closure.
She invited Ariel and his entire family back to show how workers are using 3D technology to restore the rare jar. And Ariel tried a repair of his own. Although museum staff chose a cheap jar they didn't mind breaking. A not-so-painful lesson that when something falls apart, the right attitude can fix it.
A group of barbers in New York are helping kids look their best on their first day of school. Michael George shows us how a little haircut can go a long way.
7-year-old Ronald Carvalho will start his first day of school right, with a fresh, new haircut. Sammy Schneiderman from Barber King is one of several barbers giving free haircuts to kids in need as they head back to school.
Get them motivated on the first day of school, because I remember on my first day of school, sometimes I wouldn't even have a haircut.
It's a program started by Food Bank for New York. While kids get their hair cut, their parents can stock up on donated food, school supplies, and household essentials. Ronald's big sister Rainey says this is a huge help. Their family lost their home in a fire last month.
Some people might not afford haircuts, and they would really appreciate this.
The average price of a haircut has more than doubled since 1997. It's a luxury some families can't afford.
A haircut nowadays, you go to a barber shop, it's $40 plus tips, so a lot of families may not have that. They're trying to just survive.
And for a child to walk into school confident, liking how they look, that can be life-changing.
It keeps them motivated to do right, to do good in school. Fresh haircut, changes somebody.
Today, haircuts and smiles
it's looking very nice.
Look at your haircut.
Are on the house.
Coming up after the break, Tom DeVecchio will have one final look at weather. We'll be right back.
Here's a few things I believe. Middle-class families, like the one I grew up in, they want common sense solutions. You want lower prices and lower taxes. I believe you want to just not get by, but you want to get ahead. We must create an opportunity economy where everyone has a chance to get a car loan, buy a home, start a business. But most of all, that instead of being focused on the politics of the past, we need to be thinking about the future. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire, while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
Here's a final look at the forecast for tonight. Nice and clear overall. Temperatures will be dropping into the 50s, and that's where we'll start again early on Tuesday morning. 50s, maybe a few of the spots near 60 by 8 o'clock, along with some patchy fog. And then temperatures warm up nicely into the mid, maybe even upper 70s perhaps, but later on in the afternoon, courtesy of a south-southwest wind that will help boost those temperatures. And the rest of the 7-day outlook will boost them even higher as we head on toward the day Wednesday. Good chance we'll see some sunshine and temperatures approaching 80 degrees. After that, well, things start to change. Thursday, transition day, temperature-wise, still relatively mild, near 70, but a good chance of rainfall. And then look at this, lower to mid-50s. Chilly, chilly here for the Upper Peninsula, and we'll probably see some of those lake effect showers as well. We'll keep the threat into Sunday.
All right, thanks for that, Tom. And that's all we have for you tonight. But guess what? We'll have more for you tomorrow. See you then.
Shop Kirkish Furniture, Smith Brothers Amish Furniture, 40% off sale. Find heirloom quality craftsmanship and save 40% off all in-stock and special orders Smith Brothers Amish Furniture, plus free local delivery. The Smith Brothers Amish Furniture sale going on now in Houghton.
The UP's show for family fun. Join me for Pictionary here on WZMQ.